I just got done watching a very entertaining new film called Unnatural, and it was written by Whit Whitman, and it stars Al Snow. How's it going, guys?
Hey,
Going
nice to
great.
see you.
Can you tell me a little bit about Unnatural, the story,
Um,
what it's about?
well, I guess since I wrote it, I'll start that out. Yeah, Unnatural is about a gunslinger who works for God and chases down monsters in the Old West. And the movie is actually about when he figures out that he actually has grandkids, and due to circumstances not letting the secret out, they have to travel with him to a town full of vampires. So
Uh, and and Al, you play the lead character as Dan Remington. Can you tell me a little
Yeah,
bit about your character?
uh, he's a guy who's uh, kind of a crusty old man, a little
Hmm.
bit, and is somebody who has trying to find redemption by taking on these tasks that he's assigned by God to make up for what he feels are wrongdoings in his past, and you know, not really he's very much a lone wolf, not a family guy. In fact, he's
Hmm.
been completely unaware that he even had grandchildren until circumstances bring him in contact with them. And then throughout the movie, you can see as the barriers start to get broken down, and he starts to open up and become more kind and caring and loving of his grandkids. Um, and that really, I think, is what the story in the movie is more about the reuniting of the family back together again.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought you did an excellent job in it, and the chemistry you had with the kids was, great. Had you, to kind of get into your role, had in some, you hear some stories about how actors, spend time with the other actors to kind of get to know them a little bit, with their character, with the, for the chemistry on screen. Did you do any of that, or
No,
no?
I don't really have any techniques or
Uh-huh.
tricks to doing it. I just when I do have the opportunity to do any acting, I just try to believe 100% that that's who I am actually.
Hmm.
I'm in that circumstance. I am that person.
Yeah.
Uh, and then I just let things happen naturally.
Hmm.
With the kids, it was great because the girl she's pretty spunky and can fire back on me, so that was easy to just play off of her and
Sure.
act like they're a nuisance, even though deep down I really care about them.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Awesome.
Charlie Carmichael and Sam Wilson played the two kids,
Mhm.
and I chose them because they both had just turned like 18 years old, so they could be on set for a long time,
Oh,
even though
sure.
they look really young. And they're pretty close to the characters that they played. So,
Okay.
and Al actually, he will never say this, but took care of them on set. He did treat them like they were his own
Oh,
kid. And I
yeah,
think maybe that's the chemistry that came across on the screen because
sure.
they really did admire Al and we were lucky because they hadn't met before the movie, but
Mhm.
good actors, and so I was happy with that when we shot that.
Yeah. So, how did you come up with the story of a natural?
Actually, I came up with it about 10 years ago.
Okay.
Uh, I used to work for the company that made Dungeons and Dragons, so I'm very used to creating all kinds of scenarios. And, I probably make maybe 10, 12 ideas a month and
Mhm.
write them down. And then just the opportunity came, and I go, oh, who could Al Snow play? Well, okay. And we did some more research and we found a town uh, called Possum Trot. And we actually used it, the name of it. And it's in, I think, Winfield, Tennessee, which is not too far from us. and and we just put it all together. And I will tell you, I wrote the story. It was a little short, and that's where the Colt brothers came in because I go, okay, let's now tell people what the movies, this town's like before they get there.
Yeah.
So uh, I just always thought the vampire werewolf monster western would be kind of interesting,
Hmm.
and it just happened to resonate with me and hopefully with Al because he said, "Yeah, I mean this." I don't know if you actually had to act too much, Al. Just show up and say your lines because Al might be a little cranky in the morning if he doesn't get his
Oh,
butt.
uh, yeah, be a little curmudgeonly throughout the day, I guess. So,
yeah.
yeah, wasn't much of a stretch. That wasn't
But
that wasn't that hard.
Yeah.
but lovable. I mean, one of the things I love about Al's acting was you really feel like he actually cared. Like he wanted to be mean, but cared, and that was
Yeah.
one of the best acting of like how do you show I'm mean and nasty, but okay, I love these kids.
Yep.
So
And yeah, that showed really well in the film, I thought too. So, one thing I really liked was the werewolf at the beginning. I thought the special effects for the werewolf looked really good. The makeup and the costume and
Yeah, that whole get up, that whole outfit that that guy had was just looked amazing,
hmm.
and especially when you put it in a bit of a dark setting and broad daylight, he looked amazing,
Oh, I
and
bet.
you darken it a little bit, and he looks even more terrifying, with
Yep.
that thing. So, there was uh, all the effects were pretty much practical effects, except for like the ghosts and
Hmm.
things like that. But like there was a review and somebody thought that there was CGI blood. Trust me, it was real. It was blood that got splattered right in my face every time.
every
Yeah.
time. We tried to aim it not to hit him in his face, but for some reason it hit him right in the face every time. Actually,
Uh,
Oh,
one of the scenes was spoiled because I just started laughing so hard.
really?
It takes a lot of time to get that blood off of people.
Yeah.
especially in your face.
Yeah. Did you have any challenges filming, or how long? Oh, actually, how long did you film or how long did it take to film?
We shot the first part in 10 days and then we did a 2-day pickup.
Okay.
So 12 solid days. But we
Wow.
also a lot of those days we did this thing called education equity where students came in and they were some of the smaller parts. So every morning we would do 2 hours of education
Mm,
to teach them how to be their characters a little bit better. So um, it could have been, we could have probably got it all in 10 hours if we didn't do education equity, but that's kind of how I run our business models now.
mhm.
Um, and yeah, we could have used more time, but I think we got adequate for coverage for what we did.
Wow. Yeah, the film is great. You shot it in 12 days basically then? Or
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah.
you did an amazing job
Well,
with
thank
that.
you.
Yeah,
We had good
doesn't
actors.
seem like it. Wow. Another thing I really liked was I don't know how I'm gonna probably spoil something here, but the thing I thought that was absolutely genius, and I'd never seen in a movie in a vampire, or I've seen hundreds of vampire movies and TV shows, was the whole deal with the kids, or the kids drinking out of the flask.
Hmm.
That was a total surprise, and I was like, "What the hell are they drinking?" And then all of a sudden, later on, you find out like that is clever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a
Well,
really good twist there.
Yeah.
That they drank holy water and then that protected them from
well,
getting
now I'll
baptized.
spoil it, but
No,
that's all
that's
right.
okay.
Sorry.
Let him spoil it. But yeah, but that was
Yeah.
a fun scene to write because I mean the kids were just convinced, that there was alcohol in that flask.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite lines is, "Did you wash it out before
Yep.
with alcohol?" And he goes, "You don't. you use alcohol to wash other things out, which is what they did back then. I mean, nothing was really sterile.
No, no,
Cowboy.
no, that was awesome. Yeah, that was clever. Um, is there gonna be a sequel?
Actually, we've already shot it. It's Unnatural 2, The Gates of Hell.
Oh
And
wow.
it just went into post-production.
Mhm.
And, and knock on wood, we might see that in the spring, maybe sooner, but
Okay.
spring of next year. And then we're already contracted to film the third one. So,
Wow. That's awesome. I can't wait. Yeah, this one was so awesome. I'm excited to see the sequel.
well, thank you.
Yeah. Elle, was this your first movie you've been in, or had you been in other films before?
I've been in several different films prior, several horror films I've been in, and
Uh-huh.
played different roles. But this was the first Western that I've gotten to be in. I was really excited to finally get
Okay.
to be a cowboy. And,
Yeah.
as a kid, I mean, as a little boy growing up, that's all, you wanted to do was, oh, I'd love to be a cowboy in a Western movie. And yeah,
Yeah.
finally I got my chance. It was a lot of fun. It
Yeah.
was a lot of fun.
Awesome. No, I'm a huge fan of yours, Al.
Well,
Goes
thank you.
way back to the, professional wrestling. Do you still do anything with the professional wrestling? Or are you kind of
Mhm.
out of it or
No, I still do appearances now and then,
okay.
and occasionally wrestle. Not very often anymore, but still they trot me out every once in a while. And I'm co-owner of OVW, Ohio
Oh,
Valley Wrestling, and we
yeah.
still run the school and train, and we operate. We do live television every Thursday night from
Okay.
7 to 9 p.m. Eastern. It's on YouTube. On locally, it's on WBNA local broadcast channel, but it's also on YouTube and
Okay.
Facebook and Triller TV, Fight TV, formerly Fight TV.
And I'm
All
going to
it's
throw
all
a
on there
plug in
live.
for him too.
Yeah.
Uh, in November, The Wrestler, it's The Wrestler, right? Came out on Netflix, and it's
Uh-huh.
all about the OVW. So if you guys haven't
Wow.
watched that documentary yet, I would tell you it's one of I've enjoyed it. He's too humble to talk about it. Go watch on Netflix the Wrestler.
Okay.
Yeah, check it out.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll
The
definitely
Mike
check that out.
Greg Whiteley was the director and producer, and he did Last Chance U, and he did Cheer,
Okay.
and he did a remarkable job with wrestlers. Really did.
Awesome. Cool. No, do you have any other projects coming up with that you're working on or will be releasing?
Yeah, absolutely. Next month, November 19th, we're releasing another film with Al called Homeless for the Holidays. It's going to be on all streaming, and it's a Christmas movie about homeless people that find a dead body, take the guy's money because he's a millionaire, and go live in his mansion for Christmas. So, and it's a cute little silly
Yeah,
slapstick movie,
Uh-huh.
it's
and
very fun, very very cute movie. Really is.
Awesome.
and we just finished a new movie that would come out this summer called The Wrestling Movie, again
Oh,
starring Al Snow. It's
uh-huh.
loosely based on his life, but
Oh,
it's a musical. So
really?
that one
Yeah.
in the
Wow.
So
summer.
So you'll be singing?
imagine me singing.
Lovely voice. I keep
Yeah,
telling you, if Gonzo can do it in the Muppet movie, he can sing too.
Oh,
yeah.
oh, that's exciting. Cool. Now, are you guys on social media or where can people find you if you're on there?
I'm mostly on Facebook, but I do have a small following on Instagram and TikTok.
Okay.
Uh, Trying to do all of those, but Facebook is where I normally have all of our stuff.
Okay.
And I'm on everything: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. I'm on it, and they can just look
Okay.
for the real Al Snow. Uh, I made that name back before they had the little blue check marks. So I had to
Okay.
put the real in case anybody would fake beam me, which several have done it. And
I believe
if they
it.
do, I don't get upset. I just message them and go, look, aim higher. I mean, set the bar up. If you're gonna fake being a celebrity, why not be Brad Pitt or George Clooney? Not me.
And you can find what we're doing on littlemonstersentertainment.com.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot, guys, for taking the time to do this interview with me. I absolutely loved Unnatural. I thought it was fun. It
Thank
was
you.
very entertaining, and yeah, I would highly recommend everybody, check it out. And it's an awesome film.
Thank you very much. Really
Hmm.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, have fun, and we'll see it. We'll
Yeah.
see everybody here at the movies, and
Yes. We'll see you at the movies.